Hey guys, Elliot today and welcome back to ironicsims, and we are back with another house building video. And I actually got this right again, because we are building a house, except now we will not be furnishing it. Can you guess why? And I'm sure you already know why. Because of the title. And the title says we will be building a house which is a collab with Simarchy. Simarchy and I have been good friends. We've been good friends for a while, but we haven't actually done a collab. She's done a couple of. She actually did the suspended build, one of the builds which I did, and she did a couple of tours of my build. So yeah, I just have to say, of course, thank you very much, Simarchy, for doing that again for me. And of course, yeah, so now we are doing a proper collab, and this build which she'll be furnishing, it will actually be I think it's, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I think it's called her furnishing series, furnish me series or something like that. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that she will be furnishing this house which I'm doing, and I'm sure you can already guess what it is. It is a futuristic house, and the one really cool thing I did with this house is that it's got one beautiful support thing which goes right through the house. So it gets support from this one thing, which doesn't really make sense. It will probably not ever be built in real life, but it is definitely something which is really cool. Now yeah, now the one thing I really like about this house is that it's got two stories, and it has got it's got two stories, but it's actually got four, because the basically the hallway where you go up the stairs. You see, now here it's something where would be really interesting. The lifts, the lifts, like elevators, would be very useful, especially in this type of build. But I really think that I really wish that we had lifts, because that would definitely be good. So last week, unfortunately, there was no videos. I just needed time to get all this stuff going. I needed to get videos going up. I actually thought I would be able to upload everything within the 1 week, but I could not do that. So yeah. So basically, my idea here is to have one roof which goes all the way around to make it look futuristic. So the roof is actually not built on the top; it's actually built halfway down the side. So that's a really cool feature which it does. And then of course I've got another roof which you'll see me do there. But first, then I realized, this area actually needs a foundation, just so everything can fit and it can look in line properly. So I just did that, and yeah, so now you can see I'm just making this area over here bigger, so I can fit another roof. Like, nothing in this house is like, it fits properly. Nothing in this house fits the way it's supposed to be. Everything is kind of like out of balance, obscure, because that's the type of thing I wanted to go for, futuristic, themed and everything. Yeah. So yeah, so I think the roof actually took me the longest, just because trying to place them to make sure they fit perfectly so that the lines really work well is something which is really difficult, and it's just something which I struggled with. And then the roof actually ended up being way too big, but there was absolutely nothing I really could have done about it. So I just left it. And then of course, for some reason, there's this black line right at the top which isn't supposed to be there because the roofs actually fit perfectly. Otherwise, the white line would go across there, which it didn't. So yeah, I actually forgot to mention I actually had to go into nighttime so I could actually see what was going on because the color was too bright. I mean, you can already see it's already too bright. Yeah. And then of course I wanted to make something green because, you know, futuristic, you need to be like eco-friendly because there's no more oxygen because all the power plants and all the pollution killed all the oxygen at this time. So now we're just relying on a lot of plants and a lot of green stuff to survive. By the way, I could have actually done a lot more gardening and outside area plants, like planting, but I actually didn't because and I'll tell you why I didn't. I didn't do it because, you know, I wanted this place to look pretty clean, pretty modern. I didn't want it to be cluttered with a bunch of plants and everything. And then the other problem I had was deciding what paint, because normally with a futuristic house you just go all white. But, you know, I didn't want to do that because that just looks boring. So I actually found this perfect. I mean, I'm sure some other people might really disagree with me and might say, you know, this doesn't look good. But I actually have to say that I really got the color scheme perfect. Like, I made the support parts white, completely white, and then, you know, and then I put a dark blue, some woods along the side. I think it looked really, really good. Yeah. But the one thing I did put a lot of plants was on the roof because, you know, so the plants can provide enough energy, because now people are like let's say we are now in year 3010 or something, and we're now surviving on and now we're able to get electricity and all of that from like plants. So I thought, you know what would be the perfect place is to put them upstairs there, and you can get like sprinklers that work on the roof or something. I don't know, just like trying to be creative and trying to imagining some really, really cool stuff. So you can see here, you see I did a lot of gardening on the roof. So I thought, you know, we don't really, I mean, I really could have done it at the bottom, but I thought, you know, since I'm doing it at the top here, we really don't need more plants and clutter downstairs. I mean, I'm sure if Simarchy really wanted to put some more plants downstairs, I'm sure, I mean, on the floor, she probably could. But I don't know, this just seemed fine for me. Yeah, but then again, there's also a lot of detail gone into this build as well. So I put a lot of, you know, plants over there and a lot of, you know, so I decided to go yellow theme, and I always put a bunch of these purple flowers because they just brighten up your life and brighten everything up, make everything so bloody bright. I probably should stop saying bloody bright. Okay, yeah. So now now I'm just you know, putting some doors because I wanted to build a lovely poolside. I suppose I don't actually know what Simarchy has got planned for this this build, but I'm sure she will come up with something that looks really, really cool, which is cool. But what I had in mind for this build was, yeah, it would be kind of like a family home. Oh yeah, and here's where the fence, by the way, guys, be careful when you're using that fence. I don't know if it's just on this lot, but that fence glitched out everything. I mean, I had to move the fence all the way like down a notch because that whole line of blocks was completely bugged. I mean, nothing worked. I mean, when you put the fence there, it just removed it, but then hit everything. So I decided to make this the grass dark green, so it looked like it's well taken care of. So, you know, like all the futures got bright and, you know, dark stuff, which is cool. You know, it just makes it look nice. So that is what I did, and now I decided to build a nice funky pathway to the house because I thought, you know, since family house need to look like a family house somewhat. So I just put a bunch of plants, and then some lights on the ground, and then just some decorations. This actually brings me back to my Riverside Mansion days, when the game first came out, I did that Riverside Mansion. It's actually still getting downloads, which is quite impressive. I really didn't like that house. Was actually the first big house I ever built, and I actually did quite a bad job of it though. But a lot of you guys like it, so I really appreciate all the positive feedback I'm getting from all of that. So now over here, just doing the pool. I put two staircases. I mean, not staircases. I mean, diving boards with 2 ladders going in, and then just trying to figure out what I should do with the pool at the bottom, because that just doesn't look right. Yeah. So there, I'm just adding in some effects, some bubbles, and just stuff to make it look nice. And then I start adding lights all around, because you want to make sure that you're able to see when you're on the when you're in the pool. Yeah. So there is that. And then I was just taking a look at the interior, and I was like, wow, that actually looks nice. I'm sure Simarchy's gonna have a lot of fun with it. So over here, I decided to make a lovely fountain. Because we're in the future, we can afford a fountain. Everyone's rich, everyone's a millionaire, so we can afford big houses with fountains. And I don't think everyone will be that way, but I don't know. I'm just basically being very imaginative here, and just looking what I can do. So each fountain has got different colors, so it's like a rainbow. It actually looks really, really cool at night. But there's a bunch of rocks here. And then I put like a bunch of grass, so it can look like a real fountain. I don't know. I think I really did I just really like what I did. I think it looked really, really awesome. It looks so cool. Yeah. And then I'm just saving it, of course. Saving it, making sure everyone is happy and all good. Yep. And then like, I'm not really supposed to finish here, but I decided that in case Simarchy doesn't really want to finish outside, I said to her that she could do whatever she wants. She could even remove the stuff, but I just added a few stuff, like some lounges over here and a barbecue area, and then with these stools over here, I just added, like, I thought it would be cool to put like a tray of drinks on each one, which I thought was a lovely little touch. But she can, of course, change it. I mean, furnishing, she can do whatever she wants. So now over here, I thought, if we live in a futuristic, expensive house, we need a garage. So here's where I actually changed the wall size, because this garage door did not fit perfectly. So then I added these glass windows, which actually look like garage doors, so that actually fit perfectly. I could have actually added some shrubs around there, but I don't think I did. Yeah, and just going with the same vibe. And then I put some glass roofs on top, because I thought that actually fitted perfectly. Then I just added these lovely windows, just to make everything look so lovely. And you can find this house on the gallery under the name FuturArchy, because I decided to name it after Simarchy, so I call it SuperArchy. And I mean, not SuperArchy, that's actually quite a good name, SuperArchy. I mean, it's FuturArchy, and you can find on the gallery hashtag FuturArchy Unfurnished, because it's unfurnished. It's actually called FuturArchy Unfurnished. And my origin ID, as always, is ironicsims, and yeah. Oh yes, and then over here I'm just building a kids area, and that was actually kind of annoying, because it kept removing the fluoride over here, and then it kept glitching out the sand, which is also annoying. But then anyway, there I found it, I fixed it. I just added a lovely kids area with some with some jungle gyms and all of that. You know, it's got 2 kids areas and then some toys, which of course you could always remove and just change. I just added, you know, a few stuff there, a few little lovely kid stuff, and then, you know, some benches for people to sit at. And now you're gonna see I'm just adding in some trees. Like I said, I didn't really add any shrubs and stuff because, you know, I prefer not. But anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this build. Please download it, play with it, do whatever you want to do with it. And yeah, link to Simarchy's channel will be in the description, so go check her out, subscribe to her as well as to me, and I will see you guys next time, and have a lovely day.